Not an ideal situation, clearly, for the Browns right now. Down 14-0 with a quarterback who was just finally officially activated to the active roster after being brought up from the practice squad the last few weeks. And with an offense that has largely struggled through the air, down 14-0. Angle getting steeper for the Browns. Let's see what they do here on 1st and 10 from their own 25. Shotgun snap and a handoff right side. Kareem Hunt bottled up over the right side, so he tries to head up the middle, and he does. Able to pick up about 4 yards or so. So 2nd and 6 coming up for the Browns at their own 29.
Well, I don't think the Browns can just abandon the run game. They're excellent inside. Wyatt Teller, the right guard, Joe Petonio, the left guard, the big rookie, DeJuan Jones. I mean, they've got a good run-blocking offensive line. They've got to stay with it and believe that they can wear Seattle down.
Kareem Hunt, signed by Cleveland last month. Had 2 rushing touchdowns at Indianapolis last week, including the game winner with 15 seconds to go. Empty set, shotgun snap, back to Walker. Has a little time, shuts it underneath the Hunt on the screen. 35, darts to the 40-yard line before being pounded from behind by Bobby Wagner. But that's enough for a Cleveland first down up to their own 40.
You know, Kareem Hunt came into this league as a 3rd-round pick out of Toledo with the Kansas City Chiefs, and as a rookie, he led the league in rushing. He's an excellent contact back. He breaks a lot of tackles, and he's excellent. Even when Nick Chubb was going strong here, he was a 3rd down back. They liked to screen, too, like they just did.
Hunt, a Pro Bowler in the 2017 season. Pierre Strong Jr. is the running back right now. And a pistol look and a play-action fake under pressure. Sets up a screen left side to Strong. Has a little room at the sideline. Cuts back inside 50. Breaks off the tackle 40. Down the sideline 30. 25, 20, and forced out of bounds inside the 20-yard line of Seattle. Reek Woolen prevents an even bigger gain, but that's a play the Browns need to get back in it.
Well, it's the old fake double screen. So they faked the screen to the right off bootleg action and then came back and screen left, and they got the horses out front. They got Petonio out there. He had a good block. Posick, who was the center, he got a good block. And here's Cleveland driving 2 pass plays back-to-back to the running backs.
Bounced off the tackle attempt from Jordan Brooks and put in a 41-yard gain to put the Browns in the red zone for the first time today. Elijah Moore goes in motion. Now they bring him back to the left side. Play action and a flip to the right side, and now he throws over the middle. It's complete. Njoku inside the 10, inside the 5, lunges for the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Cleveland Browns. Fake the screen to the left, fake the screen to the right, find the tight end over the middle, and get on the board for your first points of the afternoon.
Excellent call right there. And we'll see, they're going to review if Njoku's knee wasn't down. He went over Julian Love to get into the end zone.
Yep.
And if it stands, it's P.J. Walker's first touchdown pass of the season, Troy. But that was an excellent call. 3 really well-designed plays and well-executed.
And when the pass rush is getting a bit hot, you turn to screen.
Yeah, three in a row. And Njoku, you saw him down the field before the game, Troy.
Couldn't miss him.
It looked like Adonis out there, catching one-handed passes.
Yeah, I've been hitting the gym recently. I will never look like that, ever. No matter how hard I try. Dustin Hopkins, the veteran, on for the extra point. It's away, and it is good. And just what the doctor ordered for the Cleveland Browns. Big plays, finishing off with a touchdown pass to the big tight end Njoku, and Cleveland on the board. Seattle with a 14-7 lead with 3:22 to go in the first quarter. More action from the field is up next. You're listening to Compass Media Networks. This is the NFL. 3:22 left in the first quarter. Seahawks with a 14-7 lead over the Browns, but Cleveland on the board as we check the drive summary, sponsored by Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard. Fall is the best time of year to feed your lawn with Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard. Put it down now to strengthen the roots for winter and give your lawn a deeper green next spring. 4 plays, 75 yards, 2:08 off the clock, with a fantastic touchdown pass to David Njoku to take it in for the score. Overall, Baldy, P.J. Walker, yes, had the strip sack that set up the Seahawks in plus territory, but P.J., 5 of 7, 96 yards, 4 different receivers.
Well, it was 3 different type of screens, 3 in a row, big chunk yardage, and then the touchdown to Njoku. And that's one way to handle the atmosphere, the noise. Just, let them invite the rush, let them make the noise, and then screen them, almost like a good sucker punch.
Yep.
Really well done.
Crowd a bit quiet right now. As Dustin Hopkins runs up on the ball. and sends it away high, maybe a bit short, coming down to D. Eskridge, who watches it land about halfway up the W in Seahawks in the north end zone.
You know, one game that both these teams are paying attention to right down the coast here in the Bay Area, the 49ers and the Bengals. Both teams, you know, obviously teams in their divisions. Right now, Cincinnati in front of San Francisco, 7-0.
Of course, Brock Purdy in the headlines all week long in concussion protocol. I believe he was supposed to start for the 49ers today. Zach Charbonnet in the backfield. He's the lone setback. Geno Smith is under center. Receivers split tight to each side. Now Tyler Lockett, who's been a big hero for the game so far, goes in motion wide to the left side. Here's a quick throw underneath to Jake Bobo on the move. 35, puts his head down, upended on his way out of bounds around the 40-yard line by Juan Thornhill, but it's a first down for Seattle on a 15-yard pickup.
You know, if this keeps up, I just feel like every team needs a Bobo. You know, like Jake Bobo, like they can't stop him right now. Touchdown in the end zone. Last week a touchdown, screening to him, bootlegging to him.
You Duke guys always got to stick together, don't you?
Well, we're all free agents. They don't draft guys out of Duke. We're not good enough. But, you know, they give us a chance. We make the best of it on Sundays.
1st and 10, ball just shy of the 40-yard line on the right hash mark. Charbonnet in the backfield. He's from UCLA, and he takes the handoff left side, bounces off one, ahead across the 40, is shoulder tackled down by Denzel Ward, just past the 45-yard line, but there's a flag thrown early in the play.
It was offsides by Cleveland. They should decline this.
Maurice Hurst.
Offside. Defense number 90, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
It's funny, Maurice Hurst II was signaling against Seattle as if to say, hey, I was drawn offsides. But nope, to no avail. Can't confirm, Brock Purdy did start for the 49ers down at Levi Stadium today. So 2 AFC North teams coming out to the West Coast this weekend.
Yeah. Baltimore playing Arizona. Everybody's paying attention to that. Seattle will travel to Baltimore next weekend.
You'll be there for that one.
Yeah, sure will.
You were in the building last week for the Browns win over the Colts.
I saw the owner, Jimmy Haslam. He goes, bring us a little bit more good luck like you did last week.
1st and 5, Smith and Jigba in motion, and Smith back to throw. Lets it go deep down the far sideline for Metcalf. Makes the over-the-shoulder grab and is out of bounds inside the Cleveland 11-yard line. First down Seahawks. Geno Smith dropping dimes.
I'm telling you, what a throw. Because he's well covered on the outside by Martin Emerson. But DK shows his size and his speed, and I'm telling you, this, the only place that ball could have dropped into that Geno Smith threw it was perfect, because Emerson was all over DK.
43-yard pickup. Metcalf missed the first game of his career last week against Arizona. Smith takes a snap, throws a quick slant to Metcalf, overthrown and incomplete. Martin Emerson Jr. with the coverage. Metcalf with ribs and the hip injury last week. Didn't play against the Arizona Cardinals, but good to go for today.
I didn't know you could damage his ribs. I just thought it was made of Kevlar. That's what his body looks like.
That must have been a heck of a hit. 2nd and 10 from the 12. Quick snap and a handoff left side is Charbonnet pounded. Going nowhere. Jordan Elliott says, nope, not this time. That actually might be a yard loss, setting up 3rd and long for the Seahawks.
So Cleveland came in, and statistics are just that. They're just a stat, but they have come in with the number 1 third down defense in football. And part of it is sticky coverage on the back end and fierce pass rush up front. We'll see if that will hold up here. They got to keep Seattle from getting this first down or a touchdown.
Clock moving, 1:18 to go, first quarter. Seahawks ahead 14-7. They have the ball 3rd and 11 at the Cleveland 13. 3 receivers bunched wide to the right. Now Lockett splits out even further to the right. Metcalf by himself wide to the left. Ball on the left hash mark. Smith takes a snap. Pressure coming. Protection holds. And a throw to the back left corner for Metcalf. Overthrown, incomplete. Yeah. Martin Emerson Jr. with the lockdown on DK Metcalf, and here comes the field goal unit.
So that's a matchup to really pay attention to, Troy, because Metcalf got him on the big touch, the big throw over the top. But the last 2 plays to Metcalf, Emerson has been right there. Like one thing that cornerbacks have always known, you got to have short memory. Because if you don't, they're going to come right back at you.
Emerson, the second-year man out of Mississippi State, taken in the 3rd round by the Browns last year. Jason Myers, 13 of 17 on field goals so far this season. He's made a field goal in 21 straight games. That is a Seahawk record. This will be from 32 yards away, the left hash mark, the boot away and through. Making 22 straight games in which Jason Myers has made a field goal for the Seattle Seahawks. That extends the lead. Seattle 17, Browns 7 with 59 seconds to go in the first quarter.
It's been an entertaining first quarter.
Yeah.
A lot of scoring up and down. Neither team has really been able to stop anybody. The big key right now is the blitz by Jordan Brooks.
Yep.
That forced the fumble of P.J. Walker. They turned that into a touchdown. So that's been the big play in the first quarter. And really, if you look at Seattle and what they're doing right now, Troy, they're not getting a lot of takeaways, but they've only given it up in the first 6 games 6 times. Like, they've done an excellent job of taking care of the football. And just watching Geno Smith live right here, he's been impressive, really impressive. I mean, touch throws, avoiding pressure, just a real poise about him.
Accurate throws on the move. Mm-hmm. Smith has been able to put it all together. The 11th year man out of West Virginia, still going strong. Meanwhile, Myles Garrett across the way on the Browns sideline, kind of shaking his head a little bit, trying to figure out how to get the Seahawks offense stymied a bit. Pierre Strong Jr. waiting back deep at his own goal line as Myers advances. The kick is away, and it's a boomer that will land somewhere in Puyallup. Touchback. So 1st and 10 for the Browns. The NFL debuts in Frankfurt, Germany with a must-see AFC showdown. Dolphins, Chiefs. Rise, shine, and watch on Sunday, November 5th, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network and streaming on NFL Plus.
Troy, that game is in Frankfurt, Germany.
Uh-huh.
And I did a lot of games in Frankfurt when they had NFL Europe. And I'm telling you, that atmosphere, the atmosphere we're having right now is the atmosphere that will be in Frankfurt for that matchup of the Dolphins and Chiefs.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun to see those audiences embrace this game.
Oh, yeah.
1st and 10, Browns at their own 25. Elijah Moore goes in motion, slot to the right. 7-step drop for Walker. Cranks it deep down the far sideline, overthrown and incomplete. Moore ran a comeback route. Walker threw a deep one down the field. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
And I was just thinking to myself, they need to find a way to get Elijah Moore the ball. He's just an explosive player. That time he was being covered by Devin Witherspoon, who was just sticking right to him. And you really can't afford those kind of miscommunications on 1st down. It just gets the crowd that much more riled up on 2nd down.
And as if on cue, they turn up the volume. Pierre Strong Jr. starts off in the backfield, now goes in motion wide to the left. Empty set for P.J. Walker, who's in the shotgun. Audibly. Play clock down to 3, to 2. Takes the snap. 3-man rush. Stands in, now throws over the middle in traffic. Incomplete. Knocked down, intended for Amari Cooper, but Bobby Wagner right there to bat it away. 3rd and 10 coming up.
He Wags. I mean, just some kind of player. Nothing really, you can't really surprise him in any way, but he's right where he needed to be to defend that pass.
12th year, 8-time Pro Bowler, 9-time All-Pro, one of the great Seahawks.
Utah State, great pick.
Not bad, eh?
Nope.
3rd and 10 from the 25. Jerome Ford in the backfield with P.J. Walker. 3 receivers right, 1 to left. Back to throw. A 4-man rush. Walker steps up, has a little time. Hit as he throws left side. Caught. Amari Cooper out of bounds, hurtling into the Seattle bench area, but he makes the grab at around the 48-yard line. A big 1st down for Cleveland. Picks up 23.
That's the 2nd big catch by Amari Cooper in the same spot on the field. And he's in good coverage that time by Julian Love. Amari does his little toe tap right there, right in front of Pete Carroll. Great throw by P.J. Walker in a tough situation, 3rd and 10. Amari's such a good route runner. He has that ability to change direction without losing any speed.
Final seconds, 1st quarter. 2 receivers wide to the right and 1 tight to the left. On 1st and 10, Cleveland their own 47. Here's a handoff misdirection play in the clear 45 and an ankle tackle inside Seahawk territory. It's Pierre Strong Jr. brought down by Quandre Diggs. That's enough for another Cleveland 1st down as we hit the 1st quarter break. Well, we thought we were going to see a lot of defense. So far, we haven't. 301 combined yards for both teams. And Myles Garrett zeroed out to this point. That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Seattle 17 and Cleveland 7. You're listening to Compass Media Networks. This is the NFL.